Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you guys are new here, welcome, and if you guys haven't already, definitely hit the subscribe button right there, right in the corner. And today I have another treat for you guys. I'm going to sit down with Ma'MaQueen herself from Drag Race Holland. There were so many questions that you guys want me to ask her, so I picked just a few questions that are universally what everyone wanted to know, and I'm going to ask her some questions myself at the end of the interview. So you guys give this video a thumbs up if you guys been liking the content. And let's get straight into this interview. So I present to you Miss Ma'MaQueen from Drag Race Holland. First and foremost, I would like to say thank you so much for coming on my channel. Me and my subscribers are so happy and elated that you are here. They are ready for asking you questions and just really wanted to get to know more about you. So, Miss Ma'MaQueen, the first question that my subscriber has for you is, hi Ma'MaQueen, why did you choose your drag name to be Ma'MaQueen, and is your personality totally different out of drag?
Hi. Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me. I'm super delighted. It's my first overseas interview, so thanks for having me.
Yes.
To answer the question, my name started out as Ma'Queen without the M-A in front of it, as a reference to Alexander McQueen, the fashion designer. Because I have a designing background, so my best friend used to call himself Prince JJ, and then Dennis would sound silly. So I said, if you introduce yourself as Prince JJ, then introduce me as Ma'Queen.
Yes.
So that was how it started, and that was before drag, but I was always mixing my gender expression fluidly. So then when I was doing drag, I heard of the concept drag mom, and I didn't have one, so I was like, I'm just going to add M-A in front of it, and then my drag name is going to be Ma'MaQueen, and I'm going to be a drag mom.
Yes.
So yeah, it was all kind of fluid and logical, and it made sense, and
it just all fit together.
It fits me perfectly, yeah. So it's not really like Ma'MaQueen, of course, is my drag character, and I perform as Ma'MaQueen. She's a public person, but at the same time, the relationship I have with my drag daughters is really sincere and genuine, and also when we are not in drag, no wigs, just at home talking about real struggles of life. And I take my mom role more serious than just perfectioning our craft on stage.
I really love that because, like, for me, just an example, I don't know where I would be without my personal, chosen mother. So, and she's a trans woman. So, drag moms, trans moms, however you identify, someone that's a mother figure in your life is very important for us being in this scene, But yes, so shout outs to you and other parents that are in the scene. Another subscriber asked you, can you ask Ma'MaQueen how many children does she personally have, and does she have a house or last name? If so, what are the qualifications?
Oh, qualifications as they want to participate in my house.
Yes. Do you have a house name?
I have a house. I do have a house, and that house name is the House of Holographic Hosts. And I currently have 5 kids, and one is basically in the spiritual womb, so she isn't really publicly born yet, but she's there. And my house basically represents we're different from every angle. Depends on how the lights hit us. That's why we're holographic. So I really want to help my kids to fully commit to being themselves, and whatever it is, just figure out how to implement it in your career and use it in your advantage, even though it's a bad thing or a good thing. Try not to judge, but just to really analyze and getting to know them. So yeah, make them stronger and more aware of who they really are, so they also understand their full potential. And I think that represents us as a brand as well, because my daughters also have daughters now, and I'm really starting to feel like this matriarch of this family.
Yes, you are.
This, really caring, gentle energy around it. So I think that's also what the scene needs right now. So more moms and more caring of each other and supporting each other, shining light instead of throwing shade. And that's more my approach to drag.
Yeah, that's great. And then just piggybacking off of that, are your children predominantly in your area or locally in your local vicinity, or do you like want to expand it to different chapters or different, you know what I'm saying? Like having house parents in different locations. Like I'm from the ballroom scene, and so it's kind of like that, but not really like personal, because you can have your personal mom and you can have your ballroom house mom. So do you want to expand your house?
Well, expanding is always, let's say, especially now, since Ma'MaQueen is becoming a brand, a
Yes.
public brand and a public person. And of course, I attract a different fan base than, for example, Envy or Janie, because they have a different character, different
Yes.
personality. And so there's a lot of fans that are sending me messages for, can you be my mom, please? I need a drag mom. And of course, especially in the beginning, I was like, yes, I need to help all of these kids and I want to take care of them. But then at the same time, I would discredit my own values I have as a drag mom, because I really want to be close to them and be able to like go to your house and give you a hug and be there for you with everything, and not only if it comes to drag. So I do give away a lot of advice, and I have now this sort of concept. There was one fan and she said, I understand you cannot be my drag mom, but in my mind, you're going to be like my drag mom goddess. I'll keep on believing in you and you're already there for me. So I hope that that's something I can get across, my mom energy, on my social media, with my messages, with my conceptual loops, with the content I'm going to create in the future. Like I have to get out there and connect with everybody that needs a mom in the virtual way, maybe.
Yeah, perfect answer. And that just really exudes your character. You do come off on the show and even now in the conversation, just by your answer, that you want substance from kids and you want not just quantity, but you want quality. You know what I'm saying? So and it shows that you want to be close and you want to have a connection with your kids, not just saying, oh, she's pretty or she's hot or he's hot or however you identify as, and you just want to take that item. You know what I'm saying? You really just want to have a connection with your children, which is amazing. And a lot of mothers in the scene aren't like that anymore. But shout outs to that.
To give an example, we have every month we have this family dinners, and till now they were always in my house, but now we're also going to switch to my daughter's houses and just meet each other in each other's homes. But up till now they were in my house, and I really I think those dinners together are super important to get real, what's happening in relationships, in family, in real day-to-day life. How do you feel when you walk the street? How do you handle dealing with certain situations in your life now? And I feel like that's only possible if you can physically be together, and it's a fucked up, crazy.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
It's a crazy time now, so socially things have to be digital, or you can't really hug and embrace like you want to. But I feel like I have such a strong, energetic connection. I can hug through the phone,
Yes.
Right now we have Zoom meetings and everything, and yeah, we try to be together as much as we can, but of course, limited social space now. But yeah, I feel like we have a really strong connection with my house, and we have only 6 people now, so it's keep it close. I would say that's also my advice to everybody now. Like, focus on the people around you and give each other love and take love from that, because if you get lost in like the whole social media, everything what's happening all over the world in this time being isolated, it's crazy combination. So I try to focus on the people around me. How are they doing? How are their families doing? And build up from there, like inside. Yeah,
I love that answer. Thank you for that. Another subscriber asked, oh my fucking God, Valerie, it would mean so much to me if you would tell her that I absolutely fell in love with her drag and her as a person. I'd like to ask her if she's ever considered modeling as a fashion/runway model, since she has the perfect body for it. By the way, I love your channel so much. But yes, do you?
Well, it's really interesting because I was modeling since I was 18, and then there was this hype in fashion where androgynous models were really a thing. So I decided to take my last bit of money and go to London and start to, let's say, connect with people in the industry. And I was there for 6 weeks, and I worked with a really great hairstylist who helped me a lot. And I went to all the agencies and just go for go-sees, and got rejected in 14 agencies in 2 days.
Oh wow, really?
It was a crazy experience, but also it made me really strong and confident about myself and also about my appearance. And the thing that made them reject me was that they said I'm too niche, and at this time you need to be commercial and more commercial. And I understood that that was not me, and I also didn't want to represent that. So I kept on focusing on networking, and I did some really crazy artistic projects, and I really liked that kind of modeling. So it was more like making free work with photographers or stylists, but not really a professional career. I walked some runways in Holland also. I really enjoy that. So that's also why in Drag Race, that's like my favorite part of the whole episode, like the runway. Yes. I love that. So yeah, and I still want to focus as a queen to break boundaries in the Dutch modeling scene, because I think there ain't many famous Dutch drag models in the Dutch scene. So yeah, I definitely intend to push my career a little bit into that direction.
Well, let me tell you, you are a supermodel in all of our eyes. Trust me, because you have been killing it on the runway. Love it. Fabulous on the runway. So my next subscriber wanted to ask you, thanks for this opportunity, Miss Val. Dear Ma'MaQueen, what is your most and least favorite experience during the filming? Give us some juicy facts the people may want to know. Love.
There was one moment, and I'm talking about the positive moment.
Yes.
It's like a moment that really absolutely changed my life. It's the best day of my life, and it's going to be the 6th episode. And it's the next episode. It's going to air tonight here in Holland and tomorrow in overseas. That episode is when my dad came to the studio, and even thinking about it already makes me a little bit emotional. But that was just an amazing episode to transform my dad into my mom, because that's the fantasy I'm selling. Like, I don't have a drag mom, so now I can give birth to my drag mom, because I'm basically you're my dad, and basically, oh my God, you're my daughter and my mom. And it was overwhelming. But at the same time, I saw myself in my dad, and that was really amazing. Just for me personally, because I think also for the whole community to see a dad support their child like he's doing is absolutely dream come true. And then the worst moment, well, I can honestly say the entrance day, the first day, the edit was actually quite nice. So let me tell you, we were able to walk the runway twice.
Okay.
And the first time, my headpiece fell down all the way in the end. So I could try again. So I put up the headpiece, and then, well, some other things didn't go as planned. So they could have also picked a worse edit for me. So I'm super happy that the editing was so nice, but that was really a horrible moment for me, because I was so prepared. I had all my reveal and everything ready, and I was so like, this is my zhuzh, I can walk the runway, I'm good at doing this, and then I kind of fucked it up. So
you couldn't tell. You definitely couldn't tell.
Half the race, but yeah.
Well, yeah, that's good. Thank you for that. And shout outs to the supportive dads, and shout out to supportive parents. And just to piggyback off of that, and this is probably a question that I have for you, is how was that growing up with your family? Were they totally supportive? Were they something that you had to kind of distance yourself to find yourself, or trying to figure it out? Or like, how was that with your family?
Let's say my family, my mom and my dad, they're still together. And they've been always really supportive and loving parents, even though sometimes my gender expression raised questions or worried them in some ways. not in a bad way, but in a protective way. And my
Yes.
surroundings weren't always accepting the way I expressed, and it was hard for my parents to have an unhappy child, I would say, because I wasn't really happy many times. Of course, I was always also joyful, and I had friends, and I played with Barbies and everything, and I was happy when I was in my world. But at the same time, the outside world was kind of confronting and hard, and I was a lot of times I felt like being misunderstood, and so I also was in a phase of my life. I was in the process of transitioning or talking to people who were asking me what's my new name going to be and stuff like that, and it made me feel really uncomfortable. And back in the time, I just thought, no, I just want to do me and be me and feel free in whatever I want to do, but I don't want to take puberty stoppers or hormones or anything. But yeah, at a young age, also for my parents, they had to, let's say, trust the specialist in that and find me the right help and everything. And honestly, only when I went to art school and focused more on queer studies and gender studies, I learned about the term non-binary, and I was like, oh, so this is how I've always been feeling. I just didn't know how to say it, and now I have words, and that's only like 5-6 years ago. So I don't know, I think really my drag is as strong as she is today because of that, because of the a knowledge of how I identify as a person behind Ma'MaQueen, the drag person.
I mean, that's really important for people that identify as non-binary. And especially that you said that you went to school to find this word that you self-identify as, because it was important because, some people just don't know. Some people have no idea how to even self-express themselves or just to give it a name. So, and it's people like you that are on a show on this magnitude that show them this is what it is, and bravo to you, and bravo to you, to other non-binary people out there. The next question that one of my subscribers has for you, it says, thank you for giving us in-depth introduction to each queen. I absolutely love Ma'MaQueen. Question: as someone who identifies as non-binary, do you think you were fairly judged on episode 5? Do you find it frustrating having to consistently educate others so as not to be misrepresented? And do you change pronouns when in drags?
I'll answer the easiest question first. My pronouns in drag is her. Ma'MaQueen is a her. And out of drag, I always say, I think it's really interesting to hear people refer to me. So when they talk to me, they say mama or you. And when they talk about me to other people, they refer to me with him, her, or they, or them. And I just feel like it's really interesting to just listen and see what people feel. And I don't really feel offended by anything. So yeah, I just identify as me. And if people talk about me, I don't really care.
Right.
That's sort of the thing. If it comes to the challenge, I think honestly the question is more if the theme of this week's runway would still be accurate in this season or needed in this season.
Absolutely.
In my opinion.
Yes.
So, but I feel like I'm an entertainer all around. I did many things on stage, and also I put on beards and stuff like that. So for me, it's not about putting on a beard or not, because that's kind of also what people online had been saying, like you could have just put a beard on and everything. I feel like for me, Drag Race is a stage where I can express myself and how I identify and my art and my craft, and that's the way I interpret the challenge, and I just expressed myself in that way. And the fact that I had the opportunity to, in a way, educate the judges is kind of the way my life is, not really on a daily basis, but quite regularly. So people don't really know, and they hear about it for the first time, and then yeah, I'm happy to inform them. But the reason I might have been a little bit emotional is because I was just a little bit in shock to get this question on this stage.
Yes.
But at the same time, there's a big audience that maybe has the same questions. So it's good that they're being asked on the show and I can answer them. So for me, it's still a platform I'm happy to share my personality with and express how I identify to a bigger audience. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, totally. Perfectly said. I would just say I was mortified and shocked and appalled that they were even think to ask those questions to you on the runway, because you're on a platform like Drag Race. To say that male and female are restricted to these boy and girl like looks, blue, pink, beard, no beard, dress, no dress, pant. It was crazy to me how they were literally putting you in a box. And the whole point of this show and of our fighting is to say, don't put us in boxes, you know, and for you to still stand up and say, no, I'm hurt by it. It did, but I have to, you know, still represent for myself. And bravo to you, because I probably would have, I don't know what I would have said, but I probably would have caused a scene. But yeah, it was very important.
I want to say that maybe the information that we had and the way the judges were informed was differently. And I felt really supported by all the queens. And maybe,
yes,
of course, there's so much happening and so little time in an episode, right? So for me, there's a big part of the, let's say, the sisterhood, the moments that we talk about understanding each other and supporting each other and stuff like that is not always seen in the show. But I have to say that during the recordings, I really felt like the sisterhood is super strong in the Netherlands. And even though it's a competition, because everybody knows that we were so there for each other, that in a way I felt empowered and free enough to stand for myself, you know? And that also has to do with being surrounded by such supportive sisters.
Yeah, it was, yeah. Well, because that was great. I'm so happy that you did stand up and you really said something, but you still acknowledged that your feelings were hurt, and that's not okay, and that's amazing. So, bravo to that. So, a next subscriber asked you, "Hey, Ma'MaQueen, is there any queen on Drag Race Holland that you got to know better and were surprised by? Love you."
This is such a funny story. There was two queens that I never seen before. And the first one was Room, and the second one was Janie Jacquet. Janie Jacquet was a queen I only heard of. And I think the moment she walked into the workroom, I vibed with her.
Yeah.
And our hotel rooms were on the same hallway, so in the morning we would like meet each other and have the last talk before we go into our room. And I felt like she was really, I don't know, she just likes when people are sincere and true to themselves. So that's what she wants to push in people. And she's really unapologetic, but at the same time, if she's walking past you and she do your makeup, she's like, oh girl, you should use this. Bam, she just gives you some of her product, you know, to share.
Yeah.
And she's such a nice person, and she just wants the best out of everybody. She gets TV, she gets how it works, and it's a really inspiring energy to be around. And yeah, I'm really happy that she was in the competition and she was like so close to me. Yeah, I really got to know her well, and I really see her as a true friend.
That's good. I love that answer. And yeah, something that I probably never would have thought, but because you guys are kind of, from what I see on the show, you guys are kind of like polar opposites as to, because you're so mothering and so nice and so like, you know, and she's just so like says it how it is, blunt in your face. Just, probably might not think about how you feel about it at the time because she doesn't mean no harm. She just wants you to do better, So, you know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of like you guys are total opposites on your execution. You guys mean the same thing, but your execution is totally different. So,
yeah,
yes.
Also partly, well, I remember a moment where she was having fun with the technical people. And she was making jokes and being a little flirty, and I was just standing there looking at her. And she was like, "What are you looking at?" And I was like, "Watch and learn, honey. I'm looking at you." And she was laughing. I was like, "Yeah, I want this confidence." And the way she unapologetically says what she thinks and what she feels and actually knows. For me, I kind of known her to be intuitively really strong. And because she expresses that right in the moment, she can immediately see how people respond, and that makes her really aware of everything that's happening around her, because she just says what she thinks, bam, and it's out. She doesn't have to be in her head. So she's always really there and present, and yeah, I admire that in her.
Yeah, that's amazing. A next question that one of my subscribers has for you was, any favorite queens on other Drag Race franchises? So let's just say top 3 queens that you like.
Shea Coulee, Miss Fame, and Aquaria.
Aquaria, Miss Fame, and Shea Coulee. Perfect queens. Yeah. Love them. Yes. Love those queens. So
the combination of them is like my inspiration. Yeah.
The last question that I picked that my subscriber has for you is, congratulations, Ma'MaQueen, for getting this far. Love. My question is, what is the first thing that comes to mind about each queen on your season? So the first thing that comes to your mind when I say their name, okay?
Yes.
So let's go for it. Room.
I'm so sad I didn't get to know you better.
Perfect.
Really.
Perfect.
Tall, skinny models, cheekbones, yes, we're sisters. Let's do a fashion shoot together. That's what comes to mind.
Yes, good. I love that. So, Miss Patty Pam Pam.
Patty Pam Pam. Oh, I'm so sad we didn't have a sewing challenge together because we would have shown the girls how to sew. Yes, we definitely have to sew something together.
That's
First
good.
Comes to mind. Yeah.
That's good. Miss Megan.
Miss Megan, it's my Rotterdam sister. I'm just super happy I met her. I can't wait because we live really close to each other and we just figured it out. And I'm just happy we connected on the season. I love her. Yeah.
Cool. So Miss Madam Madness.
Oh, Madam Madness, I am sincerely sorry for being such a bitch on the show. I just said I want you home and I was not having it. And I love her and I'm rooting for her. She's a great mom. She's a great value to the scene. A great addition representing bearded queens. I love her art. Yes, I love you.
Perfect. Miss Cetagine.
Cetagine is like the queen. When we entered the workroom, she was saying "mommy" from the beginning. She was so happy that I was there, and she's just delightful. And I'm so happy I get to know you better. And also, I love you so much.
Yeah. Okay, so next queen is Miss Abby. Oh my God.
Abby. Oh my God. Abby. Oh my God is like my baby sister. Like, if people in Drag Race say you should focus on yourself as a mother, I'm mother.
Yeah.
So Abby was, for me, one of those girls I really felt like I wanted to hug her all the time. And of course, we had the Corona thing. And I really feel like Abby and me are huggers. I want to hug her.
Oh, that's sweet. That's sweet.
Yeah, and I want to go to Brazil with her.
Yes, me too.
I can't wait. Yes.
Miss Janie Jacquet.
Janie Jacquet. Miss JJ. Oh, Scuffy Toffee. I want to smoke a joint with her and have a great evening. And I'm absolutely happy that we are like soul sisters. We found each other on Drag Race and super happy with that. I can't wait what our friendship is going to bring. Really.
Perfect. Miss Chelsea Boy.
Chelsea Boy is like me. When I look at Chelsea Boy, I see myself, really. Sometimes she overthinks too much, but she wants to have a concept and she wants to say the right thing, do the right thing, walk the right walk. And I feel like we're looking at each other. Where she's my mirror, my universe. I see her in myself, and the other way around.
I totally can see that. I totally can. So it's like yin and yang. I can so see that. That should be a good photo shoot right there. Yin and yang. You guys should definitely do that. Okay.
Yes.
So the last person on the list is Miss Envy Peru.
Miss Envy Peru. Miss Envy Peru has been an example for me, and I remember when she competed in the Super Bowl in Amsterdam.
Oh, okay.
I was working at a studio, and we designed the dresses.
Okay.
So she came to the studio and she did a fitting, and I was looking at her transform into her more feminine shaped body, and I just, from that moment on, she was on a pedestal, and she has been there all the time. She has helped me throughout my drag career, so I'm absolutely thankful for her paving the way in the Dutch scene, for putting the bar high, for giving me compliments about my makeup skills, and really seeing when I improved something and pointing that out. And yeah, she's so kind, and perfection. She's perfection. If I can say one word about Envy, like from up close, looks like she has a filter.
Yes. Yes.
Stunning. Absolutely stunning. Yeah.
Perfect. So those are all of my subscriber questions. I do have 2 questions for you. Okay. Yes. So the first question is, I'm big on affirmation, and I'm big on putting stuff in the atmosphere and fruitions. Like you want stuff to happen, or you want to manifest something. So I asked this to all of the other queens that I've interviewed on your season. Name one queen that you would want to have a 2-girl show with, or a photo shoot with, or a really great big performance with. One queen that you can pick from any franchise.
Well, then I have to say I would love to be in an editorial in Vogue Italy with Miss Faye.
Yes, Miss Faye.
I would love to wear some Terry Mugler.
Yes.
That would be amazing.
That would be freaking so amazing. I can totally see that. And I hope Miss Fame, if you're watching, or anybody that knows Miss Fame, definitely make that happen. Especially when COVID is over and we can all travel. You guys definitely make that happen, because that can be such a dope, that concept or whatever you guys come up with is going to be so juicy and so hot, too much for people to handle. I can so see that.
I think so too, yes. And I've been dreaming about that. So I'm happy that I can say it out loud again and
put it in the atmosphere.
Happen.
Exactly. Put it in the atmosphere. That's right. So my next question is, yes. My last question is, what is some advice that you would give non-binary people going through and living through the world that we're in?
That's a really good question. Honestly, it's also a question that I could say to my past self to give me some hope. Speak your truth more often, especially with the people you love and the people you trust, because then you can learn to get more confidence in expressing how you feel. Make sure that your inner circle is close to you, because I feel like that's really important. So surround yourself with people that don't have questions when they see you, but have answers. Just find answers inside of you, you know? And just tell yourself in the mirror that you are perfect and that you love yourself, because that is key, I think. Self-love.
It is. Self-love.
It's something really I just discovered in the last 8 months, I think. And now it makes sense. And I've been saying I love you to myself in the mirror for maybe 8 or 9 or 10 years. And just in the last couple of 8 months, I really am able to hear it and feel it when I say it from within. Like, yeah. So that's really, really the biggest advice. Love yourself.
Love
more than
that.
Anything in the world. Yeah.
I really, really love that. And I really hope that it really just impacts people that are non-binary, or just anyone. That is just those are words that anyone that can live by that really need to hear that, you know, because it's the truth. Self-love is the best type of love, and it brings out confidence, it brings out stability, it eliminates depression. Self-love is amazing. And thank you for those words, and thank you for answering these questions. So this just wraps up the interview. Again, thank you so much for coming on. My subscribers adore you. They love you. I love you. I think you're a freaking supermodel that brings so many good looks on the runway. Don't let no one tell you that you are nothing less than amazing, because you truly are. I love it. And I just I just hope that you continue, prospering, doing anything that you want to do in life, setting goals for yourself and achieving them. And just, I cannot wait till you get here to the States. I cannot wait till you come to the States as soon as COVID is over, and just start traveling. So anyone that is watching, when COVID is over, book her, book Miss Ma'MaQueen, book her even overseas that are, that she can travel to now, and just, get her booked and busy, because this queen is going to serve you looks and performances. So, but yes, is there anything else that you would like to tell your fans, your people that admire you, or stuff that you got going on now that you want people to know about?
Well, I will tell, first of all, thank you so much for having me. It's been a blessing and really nice talking to you. I feel really comfortable talking to you, and it's been really a pleasure. And to all the fans that are watching, also thank you for the support, because it's overwhelming and it's warm and it's comfortable, and everybody's really connecting with me, and it's like the most real thing I didn't expect to happen after Drag Race. So it's really, really good to have this tight community right now, and that we have social media to connect. And I'm trying to answer all of the messages I receive, and be patient, because I'm getting my social media skills up and running,
right?
Practicing. But yeah, just keep doing what you're doing, and I do the same.
Yes, definitely. I'm gonna link all of your social medias down in the description box below. So you guys, make sure you guys go follow her. I'm gonna list her Instagram, her website, anything that she has that you get in contact with her. Definitely go follow and support. And yes, thank you again for coming on.
Thank you so much.
It's been a pleasure. Bye, baby. Mwah.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, you guys, so this is the end of the interview. I truly hope that you guys got some words of wisdom from a fantastic, most humble, most motherly soul that was on the season. Honestly, like, the connection with her was so genuine, and so, not to say that the other girls weren't genuine, it was just so, like, warm. It was so... It just gelled and flowed so great. And you can tell she's just genuinely a nice person. Like, she wants everyone to do great, be great. And, she just takes inspiration from everything and everyone. And she just really is just a great person overall. You could just feel that. And just by talking to her and the way she answers questions, it's really not about her. It's about other people as well, to help them be better for their lives. So I just really want to say, Ma'MaQueen, you're amazing. You're a freaking supermodel. Like, and it was such a good time talking to you. And if you guys did like this video as well, give this video a thumbs up. If you guys love the way she answered the questions, definitely let me know down in the comment section below. Let her know how much you guys like her, or if you guys love the interview. And don't forget, you guys, follow her, subscribe to her, go to her, support her in all of her merchandise or anything she has going on. Book her for her performances, you guys. If you guys have venues and want to do shows, definitely book her for one of your shows, because she's going to turn out a good look. You know damn well she is. So you guys, like always, life is your vision, and it is whatever you make it, as long as you make it freaking fabulous. Until the next one, you guys. Bye.